Okay, these are my two bows that I made just alike using the Probow. And this is the sign that I'm going to be using on my wreath. But anyway, I wanted to show you that you can make the same bow. If you don't have a Probow, you can still make the same kind of bow using the EZ Bowmaker. The only thing you have to remember is that when you're working on the Probow, you're making your bow from the top down, and on the EZ Bowmaker, you're starting at the bottom and working up. So the polka dot ribbon was the first ribbon that I used. So just drop that on the board, and we're going to make a 6-inch bow. So I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is dovetail the end of my ribbon. Let me get a piece of wire first. And you can use a shingle stem or a zip tie. We'll try a wire. If I don't feel like that's holding good enough, I'll come back and use a zip tie. Just gonna stick that under the board to get it out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna use our ribbon face up. I'm gonna come out, we're gonna make a 6-inch bow, a 12-inch bow, so I'm gonna be making 6-inch loops on each side. So I believe on the tails on the bottom of the bow, I made them a little bit bigger, so I'm going to come make a tail that's about to the 8-inch mark and just drop that down. And we're going to give the ribbon a twist, and we're going to make a loop at the 6-inch. On each side. Come out and measure the tail and chevron that down. Cut that ribbon loose. Now when you're using the Probow, we start out with a little bit smaller loops and they get a little bit larger. So when we're working with the EZ Bowmaker, we're going to have to go right in reverse. So I'm going to start out with a 6-inch loop, and we'll probably do the next ribbon, which was the candy corn. Drop that in. Give that a twist. Make a 6-inch loop. Give that a twist. 6-inch loop on the other side. Come out and measure the tail. Cut that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and, just kind of go ahead and be positioning this as we go. I want to have like tails opposite from loops. That'll just, when we're working on the bow later, that'll make it a little bit easier. And we can always trim these tails if we need to. Okay, so my next ribbon was the stripe. And we're going to start and make that tail a little bit shorter, like half an inch shorter is all. And then instead of going out to the 6-inch mark, we're going to come about 5.5 and just make that a little bit smaller. 5.5 inch loop on that side. And here's a place, sometimes you run across this in your ribbon, where your ribbon has been pieced together, when it comes off the machine. Sometimes it's pieced together, and that's just part of it. It's not like it's a second ribbon or anything, it's just, that's how it came off the machine. All right, so we're gonna cut that tail. Okay. Ooh, that's noisy. Just gonna kind of separate these loops and tails. Okay, and next was the cat ribbon. Okay, where's my cat ribbon? I love this cat ribbon. I'm making this Halloween wreath for Carrie's front door, and she liked this ribbon, so that's why I'm using it. I like it too. Okay, so we're going to make that one like the same size of the orange one. Drop that down, which that loop is going to be at about 5.5 inches. That's a really stiff ribbon. Okay. Come out. Of course, we're making those tails a little bit shorter. Okay. Just going to separate those loops and tails a little bit. Okay, now next was the 1.5 inch ribbon. So this time we're going to come to about the 5 inch mark. Make those tails a little shorter. Keep your right side up. Give it a twist. And make this loop a little bit shorter. And if you can't see your markings, just go by your last loop. It's about 5.5 inches. Doesn't have to be perfect. And there's so many different ways to make a bow. I mean, you can't go wrong. Okay, and our last ribbon was the lime. It's a 1.5 ribbon also. Of course, all these ribbons are wired. All these ribbons came from Trendy Tree. They got in a new shipment of some Halloween ribbon last week. So I grabbed some while it was still in stock. And we're going to make this one the same as our other 1.5 inch ribbon. Twist. I like this ribbon. It has a glittery look, but it's really not glitter. So you don't have the mess that you get with glitter. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come out here and cut that tail. Separate that a little bit. Okay, now we're going to pull that wire out that I can find it under the bottom here. Got to make sure that we catch all of our ribbons. I'm just going to press that stack down as much as we can. Pull that tight. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to my stack and ease it up off the board. Now I want to press that stack down as much as I can. Hold on to it. Ease it off the board. Okay. Now, like I say, you can use a zip tie or a chenille stem. Anything that you can do to, you want to get it tight as you can. Okay, and then I'm going to bring that wire around to the bottom. Twist it again. Now then, I'm just going to hold on to the wire and twist the bow a little bit. Okay. So I've got my wire that I can use to attach the wreath. And then I'm ready to fluff things out. So I'm just going to do just like I did on the Probow, kind of get the loops opposite from each other, opposite from the tails. Kind of get everything out there where you can see it. Just go to the next layer and separate. I'm going to make sure all your ribbons are facing up. Okay. Okay. So there's our Probow bow and there's our EZ Bowmaker. Essentially the same. I might have got these loops a little bit bigger, but it really won't matter. I'm going to use 3 bows on my wreath so I can put this one in the center and put, you know, these 2 on the side. So anyway, just wanted to show you that you can achieve the same effect whether you use the Probow or whether you use the EZ Bowmaker.